This is Andrea Roche, and this is my video blog for my senior practicum with the Freedom Ministry. This week we were in Cassie Reed's class on grief, and it was amazing. Learned a lot of new things, a lot of things that I had heard just in a fresh way, so that was really good. You just left me with a better understanding of grief, as complicated as it can be. It was just very, just brought a lot of simplicity to it. I was then was able to do one of my favorite things, which was to go forward and be able to minister and pray with people who are needing help based on what they were experiencing in their walk with grief. And the cool thing was I was paired with Sabrina, who I love. I just think she's wonderful. And the lady that came to our particular pair seemed to be connecting more with me. And so that when somebody else came up, Sabrina kind of went with her and left me with her. And for a minute there, for just a second, you were like, okay, myself. But it was great. The Father was good. He was there. He was just like, he goes, just let me work. And that's what he did. And the cool thing was every time we prayed, and I was able to remember, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. And I was able to watch her face, and I was able to watch what you could, almost like you can see their heart through their face and what they're seeing. And she cried a lot. There was a lot of crying, but it was good tears. You could see that these were cleansing tears, because her countenance always lifted each time she would pray, and she would cry, and I mean just cry, and they were cleansing tears. And that's kind of what I felt like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me of, don't stop these tears. This is cleansing tears and healing tears. And so she would just cry, and I would give her Kleenex, and she would just cry, and then all of a sudden she would come to a greater sense of understanding. I did ask her, told her about Kairos, and it was a good thing. She'd already been through Kairos 1, Kairos 2, and she was actually on her way to mending the soul. So she is in great hands. But it was wonderful. I will tell you, Professor Cole, you said in one of my comments on one of my video logs if I had considered staying with the Freedom team, even after Practicum, and absolutely. That last week I did my very first personal Freedom session. And I can tell you, it's one thing to understand it in theory. It's one thing to minister to it or through it, but to be ministered to by it. And the places I may, if I ever believed before in Freedom Ministry, I can tell you now, after experiencing that level, yeah, you don't get healed, and you don't get truly free without it. It just doesn't happen. So yeah. Being a part of Freedom Ministry with Gateway is something that I definitely want to do. Looking forward to, now this week we have the week off, so I'll be reading the Truly Free excerpt, and I'm looking forward to that. And we'll be back in class on April 4th. This is Andrea Roche. Bye-bye.